What is going on, you guys? I'm back with another video. I just finished my video on all the upcoming Age of Evolution / Megatron Rising / Age of the Primes listings that we've got over the last weekend. So now we're going to do the Studio Series listings that we got as of yesterday. The Studio Series leaks were going to come out a lot. We're actually going to go into this weekend. But I guess JT Prime 17 and Mechafire found a buttload of stuff and decided to push out early because the Studio Series has got a lot of stuff. So I just finished covering my Generations video. I'm doing this back to back. There was so much stuff I didn't want to put it all in one video. So let's get into Studio Series. Because Studio Series is going to be the hot ticket stuff for next year. Going all into next year. Starting off with the A-level assortment. We are moving away, moving away from the G1 and the Transformers 1 stuff for the A-level assortment. For our first movie figure in A-level, we are getting the Last Knight Bumblebee. Which, I didn't think we were going to get another The Last Knight B-mold after the original Studio Series re-release of the TLK one. Or the original TLK mainline. But shows what I know. Now it's either a brand. I'm pretty sure since it's A-level, it's going to be the introduction of a brand new Bayverse Bumblebee mold. Hence why we've been getting reissues of Dark of the Moon and the 2007 movie Studio Series Bumblebees. So I think this might be a brand new Bayverse B mold. We'll see. The other one, this one has two options. Dreamwave, Optimus. So, either G1 Truck again, or War Within. I'm going to lay my option over here to War Within. I don't think we need another deluxe-style G1 Optimus Prime right now. Do War Within. Now, to continue on, we're going to now hop into the mainline Studio Series. And there's a few figures that I'm thinking, that should have come out this year for the 86th movie, or 86 movies 40th anniversary, but I digress. Starting off, 86 Alicon. And that, right there, the minute I read that ruined my whole purchase plan over the weekend. Because I was going to take... So I was going to go on eBay this weekend, and I was going to go bulk buy some Alicons. I wanted to get 2 Earthrise Alicons, and 2 Bailiff Alicons. Because I have Sharkticons and the original Earthrise Quintesson on my shelf. I have no more Alicons. My Alicons broke in storage. This is whatever bits of them weren't broken that I could salvage. So if I ever found junkers online, because in storage their shoulders completely disintegrated, being cranked up all together in a bag. So I might still hunt down a couple junkers just to salvage these parts. But yeah, we're getting a brand new 86 Alicon. We don't know if it's a brand new mold or it's a straight re-release of the Earthrise Alicon. We'll find out. Kind of confirmed it the minute we saw the mold. We're getting an 86 wheelie out of the retro wheelie that I just reviewed recently. Yeah, like I said in the wheelies video, it's pick whatever apple off the tree for wheelie. Red Alert kind of caught me off guard because we're getting an 86 Red Alert. And I'm like, so does this mean we're doing the cut character or the cut cons, or we're doing cut stuff from the Studio Series now? Like in terms of the 86 movie, the storyboards that never made it to screen. This confirms my theory in a later listing, so bear with me. But yeah, we're getting Red Alert. It'll more likely be the Kingdom Sideswipe mold again. I'm hoping his colors are good. Like, they find a nice balance between the red and the white across the figure. He's going to have the blue windows and the same Kingdom shoulder gun and the Kingdom gun. But at least he'll have his head. But if he comes with Sideswipe's head, I think they goofed somewhere on that one. But we're getting Riddler. And then, continuing on our love with Transformers 1, this will more likely be the last mainline Transformers 1 figure I buy if they, once they get there. But we're getting Shockwave. I have Soundwave on pre-order. So we're getting Shockwave, and like I just said, this will be mine until we get D16, cogged D16, and a better looking deco version of Optimus and Megatron. Shockwave and D16 are going to be my last two mainline Transformers 1 purchases. I am satisfied with the characters that I have. I don't need. They do Ironhide, RC, Sideswipe, Chromia. We're doing Thundercracker. I'm not buying any of the extra characters. I'm just going to do the main characters from the movie. And if I want the other characters like that, I can just hunt down blockies and stuff like what I've been doing. But there's that. Let's get the other repaints out of the way before I get to the big stuff. Where did they go? We're getting a Devastation Goldfire and Devastation Nemesis Prime at retail over A-level. I would assume right off the bat that those two were the A-level figures, and TLK Bumblebee and Dreamwave Prime were mainline. But Goldfire and Nemesis have moved to mainline. So obviously that means Devastation Bumblebee repaint and Devastation Optimus repaint. I hope when they get to Goldbug or Goldfire, because it does say Goldfire, they fix the QC issue that Mold is having right now, where once you transform his torso, his chest scrapes his face. They really need to fix that, because I went through hell and back fixing my Bumblebee. I shaved a lot of plastic down and I fixed him for the most part. I even had to repaint his whole face, unfortunately. So, yeah. And then obviously Nemesis Prime is just going to be black, gray, and teal, and red. So, yeah. Now let's get to the last two main deluxes that start a whole new slew of awesome. IDW, we kind of knew in listings they were hinting at comic stuff moving to the Studio Series. I don't know why, but I'm kind of glad it's doing that. We're getting Nautica. Freaking... What? Nautica? I have never read a single comic of her in my life. I've never read the original IDW continuity. But her design was cool. I liked her design. She was like a hover car with VTOL fans. And then we got that crappy Titans Return blur repaint out of her during Titans Return for the Chaos on Velocitron box set. That was stupid. And that's to this day her only official Hasbro toy. Not anymore. So she's getting a figure. So it looks like Nautica might be a Wave 2 or Wave 3 figure. We don't know yet. And then the last one. I think that might be a re-release, just given what they're doing. But if it's a new figure, we'll get there. We're getting Transformers 1, the 2007 movie, Jazz, which... we're heading into the 2007 movie's anniversary year. So, obviously, they're going to do a lot of stuff for the 2007 movie. Because it is a big milestone in Transformers. Now, like I said, Jazz could either be a brand new mold, or finally an official package refresh at retail of the original Studio Series Movie 1 Jazz. Because the last time he was in circulation was in that 15th anniversary box set we got with the other 4 movie Autobots with a lot of missing paint. So I'm fingers crossed on right now just a package refresh of the original Jazz. If it is a brand new mold, awesome. Very awesome. So, now we are moving on to Voyagers. 86 Quintesson Judge. You couldn't be doing this during 86 Movies Anniversary. But, yes, we're getting a new Quintesson Judge. Either it's a repaint of the Earthrise Quintessons, or it's a brand new mold. I doubt it's a new mold, because I think the Earthrise mold, despite it not needing to transform into a torture cell or torture chamber, that was weird. But we're getting it. These other three, however, like I said, given the 07 Movies Anniversary, we're getting 2 more 07 movie characters. Ratchet. They've been talking about doing a new Ratchet from the 07 movie for a minute. I think it was either Sam or Evan that said at a con a couple years ago that they wanted to do a new movie Ratchet at a Voyager. And that's what they're doing. Which, yes, please. I like the original Studio Series 07 Ratchet, but it's just a rehash of the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Ratchet. And it shows. His arms aren't even pinned in. His arms are frictioned on. So, please, if you can, make a new, better looking movie versus Ratchet, which can easily get a Dark of the Moon repaint a year or 2 later. And then, Ironhide. Probably, to me, one of the most hard to obtain characters of the original movie. He got released in Wave 2 Studio Series, and then in the multi-pack. Those were the only 2 official ways of getting him, if you did not buy the Byway knockoff that came with the DNA weapon upgrades. So, either a brand new mold, which I doubt. Why would you? That's already pure perfection on that Ironhide, or it's a straight re-release. I'm fingers crossing on a re-release, because I would like to have Bay vs. Ironhide in my collection. And then finally, to end the Voyagers, another IDW character that's a big win, Drift. Now, Drift has got 3 designs in the comics. I don't know where they're going with. I think it's going to be the safe bet choice in his first appearance. So his most iconic look for the IDW that we got it in Cyberverse. It was his Generations toy. That's the safe bet. Is go with Drift's OG design. Big Voyager style car with a big sword, the weird shoulders, but it's the safe bet. Leader class, more or less confirmations of everything we got. June of last year. Yeah, June of last year. So, Marvel Soundwave, which will be a purple repaint of 86. IDW Fort Max, great. 3 of the most iconic characters in the idea, or the most profit available characters in IDW. We're getting a repack of 86 Swoop to continue marching along with the re-releases of the 86 Dinobots. Sleep Mode Optimus, which is going to be black and gray re-release of Battle Damage Optimus that's on the shelves right now. Wait a minute, I'm just noticing, where did he go? Did he go to Miami again? I hope not. Hold on. Did he go to Miami? Yeah, he might have went to Miami. Okay. If you don't get that, then you don't spend enough time on the TFW boards. The Last Night Megatron. So that means Hound has been pushed to either 2028 or late 27. Actually, hold on. Yeah, he might be pushed to 2028. Because there was a listing for the Last Night Hound, but I guess he got pushed. So, and then the last of the 07 movie characters get redone. Literally everybody here, but for this last wave we're missing. We don't have a Bumblebee for 07. But we're getting a Leader Class Optimus. Now, I think it's going to be the Voyager, the SS-32, heavily redone. Or bumped up the leader with some extra bits to kind of slim out his proportions. Because, like, right now, with the feedback we're getting on the Evasion Mode Optimus, they revealed, the feedback on Evasion Prime is bad. Mind you, he does not... He looks simple for what he is as a Voyager. He doesn't look bad. Same with the Age of Extinction Bumblebee. They do not look bad. They just look a little odd. But to close this out, we have one more 86 item coming up in no. Like I said, Studio Series is getting into the we're going back to basic, or back to business as usual for Studio Series as well. We're getting the Titan and we're getting a Commander. Being Grimlock comes out this year, and the running rumor is whoever the character that rode the Dinobot in the movie comes out first. That kind of confirms what Dinobot's coming out, I think. That's the running theory. We got Nemesis Prime last year, or earlier in the year, with now Titan Grimlock. So we're getting Bumblebee this year, the 2017 Camaro, or the concept 2014 Camaro Bumblebee. So that kind of leads to assume that the Titan will be Strafe, since Bumblebee rode Strafe during Age of Extinction. That means if they do Crosshairs next, they'll do Scorn, and if they do Drift next, that means Slug. So we'll see where we go with that. As for the Commander, I don't know who the Commander could be. I mean, we've got a Commander confirmed. The only character I can think of is Rodimus. Like a proper 86 Rodimus. Will it piss some people off? Yeah, that he's Commander again. But if they can go from the ground up and make a completely animation accurate Rodimus in his colors right the first time, mind you, and we're in the anniversary year and he's not getting a figure at all across this year. Hot Rod, who had the vast majority of the screen time, got the release, but Rodimus was there too. It just like kind of bugs me that he didn't get one. But to close off 86, we have an 86 Autobot cassette pack. This made me originally think at first, given the original hit that they said 2 can play, I'm like, oh no, this is this Blaster again. Marvel Blaster with solid rewind. But then, with Red Alert's listing, this got me thinking, are we doing characters now from the concept or from the storyboards that were cut from the 86 movie? Because if we're doing that, that is a perfect idea. So my running theory right now in this cassette pack is going to be Rewind. Obviously, solid Rewind. We have been asking him for a solid Rewind ever since they re-released Blaster with Eject. But I'm thinking, I can't get the thought out of my head now. Lovely. Stripes out of Ravage, out of the 86 Ravage. Night Stalker out of Steeljaw, and Sundor out of Laserbeak. Because I think we were told when somebody asked about Laserbeak and Ravage if they could run them again, but individually, and Hasbro's like, yeah, we can do that. The Laserbeak was attached individually just because they wanted to run the mold twice. So Ravage and Laserbeak can be run individually. So that's my theory right there. It's gonna be Rewind, Stripes, Night Stalker, and Sundor to give the cut cassettes screen time. And it says Autobot cassettes. Does that mean we're also gonna get a set for the Decepticons? Like package refreshes of Frenzy and Rumble and Stinger, the Scorpion cassette that was cut from the movie. Because we did have a Scorpion cassette that was cut. Hold on, I gotta... yeah. His name was Stinger. And he was going to be alongside the rest of the Soundwave's minions when they popped up in the movie, but they were obviously cut. So, that is Studio Series in a nutshell until we get some more info. I'm very much looking forward to next year's Studio Series stuff. Bayverse it's going to be a good Bayverse year finally. We were extremely Bayverse light right now due to the 86 movie anniversary. So we're getting Bayverse heavy next year. 07, we've got at least 4 of the 07 movie characters getting new figures. We've got 2 figures from the last night. Right? 2 from the last night and 4 from the 07 movie. We don't know what's all in the last wave, but it's going to be a good year for Transformers in general next year between Age of Evolution and Studio Series. My wallet is going to be begging for mercy to be put out of its cruelty. But that is it. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to next year and all of the rest of the year. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.